Did you know that over 1 in 4 seniors fall each year? And that falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among older adults? Imagine living alone and not having anyone around to help if something goes wrong. Scary, right? Well, if you're over 60 or have a loved one who is, you absolutely need to hear this. Living alone as an older adult can be incredibly rewarding, offering independence and peace. But there are certain risks and habits that could seriously jeopardize your health and safety. After watching this video, you'll learn essential steps to protect yourself, improve your safety, and avoid potential disasters. Trust me, these 7 things are critical to your well-being, and you won't want to miss any of them. Point 1. Avoid clutter and trip hazards. Clutter and trip hazards are more than just an inconvenience. They can be deadly, especially for older adults living alone. As we age, our balance, coordination, and reflexes naturally decline, which means even small obstacles on the floor can become significant dangers. For example, things like loose rugs, cords, or scattered household items may seem harmless at first glance, but they pose a real risk of falls, which can lead to serious injuries like fractures or head trauma. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults, with nearly 3 million older people being treated in emergency departments each year for fall-related injuries. The science behind this is quite clear. As we age, our body's ability to compensate for sudden shifts in balance diminishes. The inner ear, which helps maintain equilibrium, may not respond as quickly, and muscle strength, especially in the legs, weakens over time. This means that something as simple as a slightly misplaced chair or a rug on a slippery surface can cause an older person to trip, lose their footing, and fall. This risk is compounded if the individual has vision impairment, which is common among seniors. One real-life example is Mrs. Thompson, a 72-year-old retiree who lived independently in her home for many years. One morning, she was walking through her hallway when her foot caught on a loose rug. She fell, fracturing her hip and spending several months in recovery. During that time, her life was completely disrupted, and her mobility was significantly reduced. It was a wake-up call for her family, who realized how dangerous clutter had become in her home. They immediately worked together to remove rugs, tighten loose floorboards, and clear pathways of any potential tripping hazards. This simple action drastically reduced her risk of future falls. The good news is that preventing falls from clutter is easy and doesn't require major renovations. Keeping the floor clear of obstacles, securing loose rugs with non-slip backing, and ensuring that furniture is placed out of walkways can greatly improve safety. Adding simple changes, like installing brighter lights and organizing rooms, can make a world of difference in maintaining independence and safety for older adults. Point 2. Don't skip regular exercise. Exercise is one of the most effective ways to maintain balance, strength, and overall health, especially for older adults. As we age, our muscles naturally lose mass and strength, and our bones become more fragile, which can lead to a higher risk of falls. However, studies show that regular physical activity helps counteract these effects, significantly improving both muscle strength and bone density, while also enhancing coordination and flexibility. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who engage in regular moderate exercise have a 30% lower risk of falling compared to those who lead a sedentary lifestyle. Exercise not only strengthens muscles and bones, but also helps improve the body's ability to respond quickly to sudden shifts in balance, making falls less likely. The key is to focus on exercises that improve balance and coordination, such as walking, Tai Chi, or gentle yoga. These activities specifically target the muscles used for balance and stability, which are crucial in preventing falls. For instance, Tai Chi, a Chinese martial art focused on slow, controlled movements, has been shown to improve balance and reduce the risk of falls in older adults. One study published in the Journals of Gerontology showed that Tai Chi participants had a 47% lower risk of falling compared to those who didn't participate in the program. Take the example of George, a 68-year-old retiree who struggled with frequent falls due to his weakened leg muscles. His doctor recommended he start a walking routine to build strength and endurance. George began by walking for 15 minutes every day, gradually increasing his time and distance as his body adapted. Within a few months, he felt more confident walking and noticed that his balance had improved. He no longer feared tripping or losing his balance when moving around his home. The key takeaway from George's story is that even a small amount of daily physical activity can lead to significant improvements in strength and balance. Incorporating exercise into a daily routine doesn't have to be intense or exhausting. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or light aerobics can go a long way in boosting health and reducing fall risk. So, if you're not already active, it's never too late to start. Even just 20 to 30 minutes a day can make a meaningful difference in your safety and well-being. Point 3. Avoid isolation. Stay connected. Social isolation is one of the most significant, yet often overlooked, risks for older adults. When individuals live alone and become isolated, they not only miss out on the mental stimulation that comes with interacting with others, but also face increased physical risks. Studies have consistently shown that loneliness and isolation can negatively affect both physical and mental health. According to the National Institute on Aging, social isolation is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, cognitive decline, depression, and even an increased risk of premature death. Socially active seniors tend to live longer and report better overall health compared to those who are isolated. The science behind this is rooted in both the emotional and physical responses our bodies have to social interaction. Positive social relationships can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and even boost the immune system. On the flip side, isolation can lead to chronic stress, which triggers the release of harmful hormones like cortisol that, over time, can weaken the body's ability to recover from illness or injury. Moreover, isolation increases the likelihood of developing depression, which, in turn, can lead to further physical decline due to lack of motivation to stay active or take care of oneself. One powerful example is Helen, a 77-year-old woman who lived alone after her husband passed away. Initially, she felt content staying at home, watching TV, and reading books. However, over time, she began feeling more and more isolated. She noticed that she was becoming increasingly forgetful and had less energy, often spending entire days in her house without speaking to anyone. Her doctor explained that her isolation was likely contributing to her feelings of depression and fatigue. Helen decided to make a change and joined a local book club to meet new people. Not only did her mood improve, but she also began to feel more engaged with the world around her. Socializing with others helped her regain a sense of purpose and lifted her spirits, making her feel more motivated to stay active. Helen's story is a powerful reminder of the importance of staying connected. Engaging with friends, family, or community groups doesn't just fight loneliness, it also promotes better physical health, increases mental sharpness, and can prevent the downward spiral of depression and isolation. Even a simple weekly phone call or a coffee date with a neighbor can have profound benefits. So, if you're living alone, reach out. Whether it's through a social group, a hobby, or just a regular conversation with a loved one, staying socially active is a key to maintaining both physical and emotional well-being. Point 4. Don't ignore medication side effects. Many older adults are prescribed multiple medications to manage chronic conditions, and while these medications are crucial for maintaining health, they can also have side effects that increase the risk of accidents, particularly falls. Some medications, especially those that affect the central nervous system, such as sedatives, anti-anxiety drugs, antidepressants, and pain relievers, can cause dizziness, drowsiness, or confusion, making it harder to maintain balance or respond quickly to changes in posture. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, warns that certain medications can impair cognitive function and motor skills, leading to an increased likelihood of a fall. Research has shown that older adults who take multiple medications, or polypharmacy, are at a significantly higher risk of falling compared to those who take fewer drugs. The science behind this is straightforward. Medications can alter the way the brain communicates with the body, affecting coordination, reaction time, and even vision. For example, medications like benzodiazepines or sleep aids can make you feel sleepy or disoriented, which increases your chances of stumbling or tripping over objects in your environment. Even medications for high blood pressure can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing, leading to dizziness and fainting. In fact, the CDC reports that medication side effects are responsible for nearly 1 in 5 falls among older adults. Take the case of Mary, an 80-year-old woman who had been taking medication for arthritis pain and insomnia for several years. She didn't think much about it until one morning she got up too quickly and collapsed, causing a fall that resulted in a sprained ankle. After visiting her doctor, Mary learned that the combination of her painkillers and sleeping pills had caused a drop in her blood pressure, making her more prone to fainting. Her doctor adjusted her medications and suggested a non-pharmacological approach, such as physical therapy for her arthritis. Mary also began practicing mindfulness to reduce stress, which helped her manage her pain without relying so heavily on sedatives. Since then, she hasn't experienced another fall. Mary's experience highlights the importance of reviewing medications regularly with a healthcare provider. It's essential to talk openly with your doctor about any side effects or concerns regarding your prescriptions, as adjustments can make a big difference in reducing the risk of falls. Always follow your doctor's advice, and never stop or adjust your medication without consulting them first. Managing medications wisely is a key step in ensuring that you stay safe, independent, and healthy as you age. Point 5. Avoid improper footwear. Footwear might seem like a small detail when it comes to overall safety, but for older adults, the shoes they wear can significantly impact their risk of falling. Improper footwear, such as high heels, flip-flops, or shoes that don't provide proper support, can easily lead to missteps, slips, or trips, especially on uneven surfaces. Research has shown that wearing the right type of shoes can reduce the risk of falls by as much as 50%. The key is to choose shoes that provide a good grip, offer support, and fit properly. Shoes with non-slip soles and a low wide heel are ideal for maintaining stability, while those with a narrow or high heel can increase the risk of twisting an ankle or losing balance. The science behind this is clear. As we age, our joints and muscles become less flexible and responsive. This means that balance becomes harder to maintain, and the body needs more support to prevent falls. Shoes that lack adequate support or that are too loose can exacerbate this issue, making even the simplest movements more dangerous. Poor footwear can also lead to foot pain, which discourages mobility and activity. When a senior is already dealing with pain in their feet or legs, they may be more hesitant to move, which further limits their strength and stability. According to the American Podiatric Medical Association, wearing shoes with poor arch support or improper fit can contribute to foot problems like bunions, hammer toes, or even chronic pain, which can lead to a decrease in overall mobility and balance. Take the example of John, a 73-year-old man who had been wearing slip-on shoes for convenience. One day, while walking down the stairs in his home, his loose shoes slipped off his feet, causing him to lose his balance and fall. The fall resulted in a sprained ankle, and John found himself unable to walk properly for weeks. After this incident, his family encouraged him to switch to shoes with a secure fit and non-slip soles. He replaced his slip-ons with supportive sneakers that provided more cushioning and stability. Since then, he has had fewer incidents and feels more confident when walking. John's story shows how something as simple as switching footwear can dramatically reduce the risk of falls. To stay safe, it's important for older adults to wear shoes that provide both comfort and security. Look for shoes that have a firm grip on the sole, support the arch of the foot, and have a snug fit. Avoid high heels, sandals without straps, or any footwear that could slip off easily. Investing in the right shoes isn't just about comfort. It's about maintaining independence and preventing accidents that could have serious consequences. A small adjustment like this can help older adults feel more stable and confident in their daily activities. Point 6. Don't skip home safety checks. As an older adult, making sure your home is safe and free from fall hazards is one of the most important steps you can take to protect yourself, especially if you're living alone. Many falls in older adults occur at home, and the majority happen in the bathroom, bedroom, or living areas due to slippery floors, poor lighting, or obstacles in the way. Studies show that home modifications can significantly reduce the risk of falls. In fact, a study by the CDC found that making simple changes like adding grab bars, improving lighting, and securing rugs can reduce fall-related injuries by as much as 40%. These changes are often inexpensive and easy to implement, but can make all the difference in creating a safer living environment. The science behind this is linked to the way our body reacts to our environment. As we age, our vision and coordination tend to decline, making it more difficult to navigate through familiar spaces. Poor lighting can make it harder to see obstacles, while slippery bathroom floors can lead to dangerous falls. Additionally, clutter or items that are out of place in walkways can cause trips, and loose rugs or cords can easily catch on the feet, leading to falls. According to the National Institute on Aging, falls are more likely in homes where there are obstacles like rugs, furniture in pathways, or inadequate lighting. Take the case of Anna, a 69-year-old woman who lived alone in her home for many years. One evening, while going to the bathroom in the dark, she slipped on a wet floor and fell. Fortunately, she wasn't seriously injured, but the experience made her realize how unsafe her home had become. After visiting her doctor, Anna decided to take action and made a series of home improvements. She added grab bars in her shower, placed non-slip mats on her bathroom floor, and installed motion sensor lights in key areas of her home. She also cleared the clutter in her living spaces and secured any loose rugs. These simple, cost-effective changes made her feel much safer moving around her home, and she hasn't had a fall since. Anna's story highlights how proactive home safety checks can dramatically reduce the risk of falls. Small modifications like securing rugs, installing handrails, adding brighter lights, and removing tripping hazards can create a much safer living environment. Taking the time to assess your home and make these changes can help prevent accidents and give you peace of mind knowing that your space is safe and supportive of your independence. By addressing these potential dangers before they result in injury, you can significantly enhance your quality of life and mobility. Living alone, your safety is your responsibility, but it doesn't have to be a burden. Simple changes, like staying active, decluttering, or investing in safety measures, can help you live a longer, healthier, and happier life. Stay connected, stay active, and stay safe. Don't let these risks catch you off guard. Make small changes today, and you'll see big results in your health and safety tomorrow. If you're worried about a loved one, share this video with them and start the conversation. Together, we can help keep our seniors safe, strong, and independent. Remember, your safety is in your hands. Take charge today for a better tomorrow. Your health and safety are worth every bit of effort. Stay safe, stay smart,